This is building your first YouTube AI agent. So what this is going to do, basically we put an idea into a Google Sheet. That's going to be a topic, and then this gets over to ChatGPT, which then has its own little format, and is going to format our topic into 6 different base ideas that we can use, such as tutorial, challenge, and ideas. We'll get into that a little bit later, but then it's going to put all the ChatGPT's results into a Google Doc. Does that make sense? Go ahead and create a new Google Sheet and name it whatever. For this one, I'm gonna name it Build Test for YouTube. All right, so go ahead and head over to the website called Make, formerly Integromat. I usually sign in with Google and it's gonna auto sign in, all right? And then from here, you should be at the home page. Go to the top right and go to create a new scenario. All right, what this should do is give you a whole brand new scenario where we could workshop and make our first YouTube AI automator idea maker, okay? So we're right here, go to Google Sheets, and then go down to rows, and then watch new rows. There should be an acid little symbol by it. All right, and go ahead and connect your Google Sheet account with the Make account. Now I go ahead and use Google to sign in. It should be pretty straightforward and it's free. There should be no cost or nothing. And for our search method, we're gonna go ahead and do select. Whoa! We're gonna go ahead and do select from a path. This is gonna be a specific sheet. Now I'm gonna go ahead into my spreadsheet ID, and we're gonna look for the name that we titled our little Google Sheet, which should be Build Test YouTube. And just like that, I found it right there. And if you don't see it, go in your Google Drive and make a new folder. And then for sheet name, we're going to put sheet 1. And then everything else, you can leave it as is. Go ahead and click save. Now we can move on to step number 2. After we choose where to start, go ahead and choose all. All right, now we can move on to our second part, which is the ChatGPT part, okay? So we're going to go ahead and press this plus right here, and then go to Open AI. In this part, we're going to select create a completion. All right. And now we got to connect our ChatGPT account with Make. I sign in with Google. All right. But you also need what's called a API key. Or do you need it for this one? I think you also need an API key. If you do need an API key, let me know down below in the comments. Okay. So you should have a ChatGPT module. This should be connected to your OpenAI account, right? And for your select method, choose create a chat completion. And now we should be at our model. I like to do the O1 mini, which is ChatGPT's newest model. All right. And we're going to wait for this to load. And now for this part, we're actually going to put in our prompts. So go right here to the asterisk where it says add message. And for the role, click the drop down and select user. And then in a text content, go ahead and copy and paste this. You can pause the video and type this in. I'm gonna go ahead and read it out. What we wanna say is break down the topic, parenthesis, into 6 different content formats: tutorial, challenge, vlog, interview, history, and short form content. For each, provide a unique example idea in a quotation. All right, so inside the parentheses, you want to go ahead and go over to the right-hand side, okay? And then go to where you see A. This is going to select everything that is in row A. All right, now everything looks good and there should be no warnings. All right, so now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and get a Google Doc module. So go ahead and right-click and go to Google Doc, and we should get create a document. Okay, now we want to go ahead and get the name. For this one, I'm just going to name it build video, or you can name it whatever you want. And now for our content, we're going to go ahead and plug result. All results from ChatGPT are going to go into this Google Doc. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and put some little words and type it so nothing bad happens. Now for our new document location, I'm going to go ahead and put this into a test folder that we have in Google Drive, or you can upload this to any Google Drive folder that you have. Now we're going to go ahead and save this. So now I went ahead and did some testing with my other one, and we're going to input like the color red or something. All right, we'll input. All right, so we go back. All right, so we go into Google Sheets and we can literally type in anything we want. For this, I'm going to name it email, because you know we need them emails. So I'm gonna go ahead and run this once. All right, so I went ahead and it worked. I did a little test. It was labeled dookie, and that was a word that I input into my former one, which was dookie. And apparently, we got our challenge. Can you cover an entire Green Day Dookie album in 1 hour? Visiting the locations that inspired Green Day's Dookie album and created a Green Day superfan. Our conversation about Dookie. All right, and we also got a review. Why Dookie defined a generation of rock punk fans. All right, hey, if you have any troubles, all right, let me know down below in the comments. Thank you. Have a good one.